Welcome.
No.
Hello, brother and sisters. Start over. We need time.
Go ahead, start over.
Ready?
Oh, here we go again.
Hello, brothers and sisters.
Hello, sisters and brothers.
Hello, sister.
Hello, brother.
Hey, what?
What?
I mean, brother.
There you go.
The hell you talking
You
about?
turn to me and say, hello, wife.
Yeah. If any of you guys, what the hell, man? If any of you guys follow the star systems out there, your star seeds, and you ever happen to come across the constellation called Lyra,
The Lyra.
Run.
and maybe it has 8 stars hovering around this system,
Which it's known to encapsulate people.
then you would
in-
know the goddess that operates this star system called Lyra 8.
Run.
But before we introduce
Because the
the
monkeys
goddess
might be
of
on
the
there.
Lyra,
Let us bring us in our co-host.
hang on, wait a minute.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the podcast.
And let us bring in our co-host, the
What?
ultimate, the upstate, the downstate,
The in around the state,
the
What?
in-between and up-between.
Okay.
the sometimes sharticle particle man.
All right, stop.
Huh? What?
Mr. Cocaine Glasses himself, Tone Smith. Welcome in, Tone Smith.
I feel bad for Tone because Lamar
What?
always forgets
Yeah.
What?
that we have a co-host.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
yeah.
And he always introduces the guests
I don't know.
first.
I get so excited about our guests,
I'm
guys.
like,
I don't know
are
why
you
he does it,
not?
Daryl.
And then I think to myself, are you not a professional? And then
I
I
am.
think, wait,
On
hold
Tuesdays?
on, wait. And then I think to myself, no, he's not a
There
professional.
you go. There you go. You can't control no monkey.
because you have to sit there and produce, Daryl. Don't forget. Hey, Tone.
Hey, buddy.
How was your weekend, bud?
Tone, we can't hear you. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, okay.
There you go.
It was good. I spent a lot of time with the Toneverk.
The doorstop.
Beans one couldn't
Mhm.
figure something out, so he sent me a bunch of multi-samples to make sure I could figure it out, and I figured it out for him. So now I have a bunch of new instruments to play with.
Who was that? Who
Machines
sent you?
one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. How was your weekend?
Shooting-
It was eventful.
Shooing
Busy.
horses,
It was
Yeah.
busy.
Horse
taking
and
x-rays,
Taking X-rays,
losing red blood cells.
trying to get out there and market the
Wait,
business.
why were you losing?
Why
Because
would
that's what x-rays do. In the long run,
Oh my God.
it eradicates your red blood
Do
cells.
you know how
here we
much?
go.
Do you know how much of X-ray continuously
Yeah.
you have to be in front of
I'm just worried.
for that to actually happen?
I don't know, but
Just
I'm
like the
worried.
whole story about
This dude, I tell you.
drinking the carbonated water,
Yeah.
you get what was it, kidney?
pancreatic
Pancreatic cancer.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
know how much
heard-
carbonated
No.
water in your life you have to drink?
Tell me.
You literally have to drink carbonated water
Every day?
23 hours a day
Uh-huh.
for your whole life.
So let's go out there and get some x-rays done in.
Like my
Oh
work
my-
flat. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
I don't know. Okay, let's
No one asked you anything, Tone.
can we bring our guest in before her mascara runs? Because we're
Okay.
just
Yeah.
making she's
You're right.
dying laughing because
Oh,
of you two.
Well,
Anyways, what I was saying, if you're an
Please.
astrobiologist or if you are like a
From-
Scientologist
or from the constellation,
Or if
or you're an
Lyra-
astrologist
Cardigan.
Say that again.
Said if you just like a good cardigan.
or if you
Or
just
good
like a good cardigan.
You mean a jumper? Anyways, can we bring Gracie in?
Yeah.
Here is the one and the only, the
Grace.
Lyra A Queen of herself.
Grace Griffin, everybody.
The queen indeed of Lyra.
Yeah, she's still
Gracie,
dear.
welcome in.
still encapsulated in there, I believe.
I think
Gracie,
we need
you
to-
are looking beautiful as ever.
As ever.
What's going
A
on,
ray
Grace?
of sunshine.
Talk to us.
Thank you very much. I think we need a lesson in knitwear.
No, let's not do that again, please. We did that once on the live, and I ended up with the
let's
headache.
not do that again.
Yeah, let's not do that again.
That's generally what happens when people talk to me. They get a headache. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm even more confused. Thanks, Gracie.
Yeah. How was your weekend, Grace?
It's been dry today for the first time in a week. So I got down to my vegetable garden and inspected and didn't do any work and saw lots of people and had a good gossip. So yeah, brilliant.
Oh,
Nice.
what vegetables you got growing?
Oh, I have pictures.
You got
It's-
pictures.
Yeah,
You might want to
Gracie said-
add them pictures in, huh?
Well, she sent me pictures like a while ago.
Oh,
okay.
Next year's garlic's in. That's doing all right. But it's
You
the
can
quiet
grow garlic
time.
in that weather?
I've got some. Sorry.
Is it you can grow garlic in that weather?
Yeah, you got to. Oh, you plant garlic the year before.
Oh, okay.
So I planted it in October so that it's ready in July.
Nice.
Can we turn
yes.
Tone Smith up just a little bit?
Yes, I can.
Just turn myself up a little bit also. I'll just
Yeah, go
on
ahead.
top of
Yeah,
this.
go ahead and do it.
Yeah, your audio is cutting in and out. It seems to be.
It's got a gate on it or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have no
Yeah,
gate on anything. This
I
gate's
feel
are
like
for
when
today.
we speak and you try to speak, it cuts you out.
Yeah.
Gates are for horses.
Yeah, they are.
No,
But
it's not. Not some horses.
Maybe Tone has an option or a settings feature within his actual body that's causing some sort of gate issue.
He has a gate on his own.
Tone,
being.
could you call
Is
an
that what
IT
you
guy
said?
for your internal parts?
Is that what he meant?
Maybe the gate is.
So the Tone Verk for Tone Smith, is this a result? Is it a good result? Is it a keeper?
Oh yeah, I love it. It's
Great. I'm very curious. I'm interested in it, but
the issues notwithstanding, the unit sounds amazing. It's got all the stuff I'm used to with the sequencer and the way Electron works in general. The presets it comes with, the multi-sample you put in there, it's just such a good wide breadth of sound that I didn't have access to really without really digging and finding and making. It's just all right there. A couple of button pushes and I'm where I need to be.
Yeah, I was really
Nice,
upset when
yeah.
he went back because he took my doorstop. Now my door just keeps closing on its own.
well,
What
it's
that
back,
means,
it's back to the string for you.
Back to the
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I got to do this again, just thanks to him, whatever. Okay, but on much more pressing and fun items, shall we play our first? Our first.
Looks like some kind of doomsday countdown, right?
Right?
Always.
Always.
It's a count up, I think you'll find.
The count up to the boom.
No, it's that. No. Alrighty, let's play this one. It is called. Okay, you're gonna have to pronounce it, Gracie. Stereo.
Stereo aereo.
Stereo.
Stereo.
Stereo aereo.
Stereo aereo.
Oh, to be
I love
properly Spanish, it'd be estéreo aereo.
Stereo. You know, not
Stereo.
everything in Spanish has S in front of it.
But estéreo certainly does.
Yeah.
Stereo certainly does. It sounds great too.
Spanish.
I think, yeah. Well, we'll talk about it afterwards, but yes.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, let's play this. Tony and Gracie, make sure you guys mute yourselves. And
Music.
here we go. Oh, there he goes with his
My
Close.
God.
Gracie, you're a
Okay.
tyrant. You are a
God damn.
tyrant.
Okay. Look, first of all, I want to say to the listeners, if this is coming in mono, we do apologize.
Just click the link in the description.
And
Click
go
the
listen
link
to
in the
it.
description and go listen to it on
Yep.
her channel. Right. My God, Grace. How do I start this off? You are a fucking threat, is what you are.
Oh, what?
Of musical existence,
Music,
period.
Right. Okay.
Annihilate your foes with swift blows.
Blows.
Yeah.
With this song in
Wait,
particular.
no, that came out
Musical
wrong.
blows.
Musical blows. Yes.
Ask your questions.
Okay. With
Jeez.
with
For fuck's sake.
with this song in particular, is there a conscious thought as to how you're going to approach this?
This was, as are, I suppose, quite a lot of the tracks I've got on YouTube, a Hardware Jams track, jam. And as most people will know, we start that from a challenge position of here's a brief, do something around it. And that particular weekend, it was a brief, it was quite a broad ranging thing, but it was to play with the stereo image. And hence the irony if you've heard it in mono.
Right.
But if you didn't hear it, if you heard it in stereo, you'll understand. If you heard it in mono, go and find it because it's massive. The stereo, there's lots of stuff moving around. And what I actually did was spend a bit of time in the technical side of stuff, getting everything that I could to do interesting stereo movement. So within the elements there, everything was moving around a bit. And whether it was an effect or the actual sound and modulations. And by just taking that kind of technical constraint or focus, it then just made some music with that as the starting point. And that's what's the joy of Hardware Jams is it gives you a little jumping off place to go and explore and mess about and come up with something good if you can. And the music, sort of the melodic content, only came about after I'd spent a bit of time making some sound design decisions or choices, I suppose, if that answers the question.
It does.
Yeah. You know that Marilyn and I are not really formally educated. A little into the
I mean, we're like two of the people who are the most knowledgeable about synths who don't own any
right.
synths.
So my
Well, I don't
question,
own
Facts.
many. Yeah.
This is fact.
well, but we learn from you guys, and you guys know your craft. My question is, and I'm sure you and Tone and my brother are going to educate us, but I see all the things that you're doing. I don't know which each one name or what the purpose is, but I would like to know from a layman's point of view, how much control do you have over the sound you're going for? Like how much of that control you can get, and how much of that is you just saying, I'm going to work with the instruments that I have and just go with what they're giving me?
You see, I like to build in an element of not control, not quite chaos, but just allowing things to not be quite so tied down as to say I've got complete control over something. But by with electronic instruments, for me, the beauty of some of that stuff is the ability to allow a bit of unpredictability, and whether it's through probabilities, through a little bit of randomization, or a random pulse or something. There's ways you can modulate sound to not always be the same and not repetitive, and other ways you can do it to make it very repetitive and rhythmical. And I quite like having a little bit of unexpectedness, because that's, with this kind of thing, where some of the serendipity of a good jam comes from, is you respond in your playing and working the equipment to something happening that it's decided to do. And that's where the fun kind of, for me, that boundary is sometimes where the fun really lies. It's like, ooh, we went there, did we? Okay. And if you can. So I think to answer the question, I probably have quite a lot of control, but I may well have built some unpredictability or instability or chaos into it, so that I can't control it all.
Yeah.
Does it? Do you find that it ever like escapes you, or it tries to get
Oh
away?
fuck yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She said, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
fuck
You don't get to hear those ones.
Yeah.
Tone, you got anything?
Something I've listened to a lot of your music. I really do enjoy it.
Oh.
And something I've noticed you do really well, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call you a noise artist, but you are on the noisy side of the musical spectrum.
Has been known, yeah.
You hit a level of like, the word I keep coming up with is whimsy in your music. I feel like it's an identity thing for you, and you as a person seem to be quite whimsical. Is that a choice? That chance? Do you not even realize you're injecting this bubbly fun into what is essentially a lot of the time noise?
Fun's good. I've definitely lived for a bit of fun.
Yeah, you look like you always have fun when you're doing
Oh
it.
yeah.
Always.
Vibing.
If you're not enjoying yourself, why would you be doing it?
Right.
100%.
But that's me. I mean, that doesn't mean it's the only way. Yeah, whimsy is an interesting word. I wouldn't have picked that one myself, but yeah, that's great to hear. I like it. No, it's good. It's an interesting word. I think anybody who's really, finding their way properly into doing things like this, you'll hear their personality in it.
Yeah.
So hopefully that means I'm doing
Definitely.
something right. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that that's what is apparent. I think that's a good thing.
It's great.
Right.
It's not always full of fun. Every now and again, something quite cerebral or something quite heavy or dark might happen. But yeah, I mean, like I said, most of the music that's on YouTube, which is most of what people will have seen or heard, is generally in response to Hardware Jam stuff.
Right.
So that, for me, Hardware Jams is a very important part of my musical life, and it's a fun thing to do, and it has to be fun
Definitely.
to be worthwhile for me. So yeah,
I have one question, which usually doesn't happen because by the time they get to me, all the questions are answered, and one of those are usually mine. But for me on this one, because it's so kind of chaotic, it's very, like you mentioned, it was very stereo, right? How do you begin something like that? Because for me, something so chaotic, like I understand it has a beginning, but how do you focus and bring in all that chaos into a controlled thing and then begin that process? So how did you do that with this?
that was the technical part of what I talked about. I think I probably thought about it for a few, either a day or whatever before doing the jam. I can't quite remember the timing now. And I'd have thought about my equipment and thought, well, that can do that kind of thing, and that one can do that kind of thing, and I could use this and I could use that, and then that's probably enough stuff to be dealing with. And spent a bit of time just hearing any old sound through that equipment, doing the stereo movements, going, okay, I like that and I like that, and that timing will interact nicely with that timing if we make those speeds, that sort of thing. So kind of tweaking the more technical parameters of that movement before even beginning to think about the melodic content.
So it's more of a
Yeah,
controlled
so it's
aspect and technical.
Well, one of the ways I think about my music making, especially when it's these kind of solo things, is it's very Brian Eno. It's like making the studio or the gear you're using into one big instrument. It's like it's all one thing to me. And yes, there's a synth and there's a drum machine and there's a sampler or whatever I'm using, but it's about how it sums up together, and you're operating or playing one big thing rather than a bunch of different things, because it's only you there, so it might as well all be one instrument. And that's, I find when I think about it like that, it's much better than going, all right, I need to go over here now and play this thing, and then I have to go over here and play this thing.
Nice.
If that makes sense.
It,
Yeah,
it does. Yeah.
perfect
It does.
sense.
But
Absolutely.
yeah, no, it's about that
definitely.
sort of slightly overview. But that's the sound engineer in me.
Yeah.
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 That's
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
when as Tone will tell you, when you're working sound all the time, you're always thinking about how all the little bits contribute to the whole.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
well, that's me. That's what I
That
do for a
makes
living.
sense.
So
Okay, shall we play the next
yeah, this
one?
is quite a contrast to all of that I've just said.
I'm super excited to hear this. So what? So real quick, what machine is this that we're looking at?
That is Model Cycles from Electron.
Okay, and is this the only machine that you used for this
Yep.
one? Okay,
Nice.
alrighty. So here we go with Mazed.
Yeah.
That was
awesome.
I literally lost myself in that.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
very nice.
I
Good.
lost
Yeah.
total sense of where I was, to be honest.
Yeah,
I just
it's
drifted
almost
off.
trance-like, right?
Yeah, job
Yeah.
done. Man.
Yep.
Job done. Yeah.
The video choice is great too because you
Oh,
watch
yeah.
it 8 times. Like I
Yes.
started seeing things I didn't see the first playthrough. I was just like, what is going on?
Right. Yeah. I mean that in itself, like once I saw all the videos, I was like, oh, that's outdoors. It's somewhat like a whimsical type.
I was,
thing,
I was
you know?
thinking the same. Yep.
You all hear it now.
God damn it, Tony.
Sorry,
Damn
Gracie,
you.
you're whimsical
Right.
now, thanks to Tone. You
Welcome
can
to
blame it all on him.
Welcome to Fantasia, everybody. It's
I think an artist like Gracie has this potential to take the listener on their inner ride of their life, right? And you not even know it. You're there. I don't think a lot of artists know that they do that to people. I think some that's their intention, and some they're just being themselves, and that alone just takes a person on this trip, right? One of the most curious things that I think about when I listen to your music is you're like this Wild West wrangler of cattle that are in chaos, and
That's a crazy description.
you want to herd them all up, right? But sometimes it doesn't benefit the ranch to have them, just herded up as one. Sometimes you just want to let the herd just be a herd, right? And that can often sometimes in my world when I'm creating get me off the beating path of replicating my sound when I let things just go and be, and I get my mind set into, okay, just go be. I'm never gonna revisit that again, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So the big question is around that is let's try to see if you can answer the blueprints on your music when it comes time to do a live event, and you want to revisit maybe a favorite track of yours. How are these tracks like non-replicated, or is there a way you can go back and revisit some of the things that you've done, or are they just the herd just being wild and you're trying to bring them back in?
That, for example, that track would be relatively easy to bring back to life as a live gig because it's on one box and it'll still be in the box, I assume. I've lent that box to someone for a long-term lend for a while who is enjoying exploring it. But so he may have wiped it all for all I know, which should be fine. I wouldn't mind. In which case, ignore what I just said. But in theory, if I wanted to do a gig and play that track, I could just pull up that song and go somewhere in the sonic territory of what you just heard. But it wouldn't be what you just heard, that recording, because everything I do in that sense is kind of unrepeatable. And I don't mean that in the sense of blue language. I mean that in the sense of I can't do it again because it'll be different next time. And so it's not actually easy to do what you're asking to do there, because it's not the way I think about it and it's not how I approach it. And actually, at times I kick myself for being too free with my choices. A good example is the project I'm doing with my friend Sophie called Curtain Twitcher, which I've talked about before. We did a bunch of jams together and multi-tracked them and picked a few that we really liked and turned them into fully fledged tracks from the multi-tracks, and then adding things after the jam. And we made an album. And we're currently doing gigs of those tunes. But we can't do what's on the multi-tracks because I haven't got those sounds to hand as original sounds. So I've had to take a few little bits of them and sample some bits to get the flavour of it. a lot of sounds were made with my Moog Matriarch, which of course is a absolutely pure analog synth, which is no presets or memories or anything, and you'd patch it and all the rest of it. And so that's completely impractical to take out as a live synth for doing loads of different sounds with, because the time involved in resetting it and redialing it would be just very boring.
Right.
But just using a few samples gets the flavor of it. But it's allowing us to play, despite having that constraint, we've worked out a way of playing the set where we've got room to improvise. So even then, we've still got a live element to what we're doing, and it sounds, to my ears, to Sophie's ears, we're quite happy with where we've sort of got to with it. Going back to the doorstop conversation, that actually would be a really handy thing to have in my arsenal right now, because if we make another album's worth of music, I could multi-sample the Matriarch.
Yep.
And then have it all there.
Build the patch.
Yeah, exactly. And it's there to take away in the future for gigs. But right now, that's not what we did last time, because we didn't really think about it at all. It's like, oh, maybe I should have multi-sampled it at a time, but because with things like analog synths, when you multi-sample them, you will get the character. But if you just take a straight sample, then things like LFO modulations or whatever, they will transpose with the note as you play up and down. So it doesn't sound like the same instrument, which we all know really when we stop and think about it. But it's sort of it's an interesting question, because it goes against my kind of practice of looking for the freedom and the space and the spontaneity. So it's tricky where to take, because it's not a compromise to do that, but it is a compromise of the principle. And it's like, okay, if I'm going to make this tune, I want to be able to do it live, but live won't be the same as the recording, which it never should be, in my humble opinion.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
And having worked in live music as a professional for a long, long time, I know it's, the live versions are always different to the recorded versions.
Because the audience wants to come.
They're better for it, because it allows you to tailor it to the situation. So, I've got a long-standing dream of like being an artist who never records anything, but only ever performs live. And if people want some recordings of your thing, they can get a recording of the gig they just went to.
Yeah, of the live.
And every gig's different. And
a lot of bands do that though, like Dave
but they also record albums and release them.
They do.
Yeah, they do, but
and they have blueprints to them, so they can replicate them.
Right.
Sort of Grateful Dead style, where you just don't actually know what's going to happen, or DMB style, where you just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
not just being a jam band, but taking that to another level altogether. And actually, perhaps topically, to my imagination, and I might be completely wrong, this is one way to beat the AI trap. If no one knows what you're going to do next, no one can clone you,
And that's the whole point of being there live, because you don't know what they're going to do. You've heard the album 1,000 times, but you haven't heard us live, and we can make that album sound completely different.
I mean, Curtain Switcher, we did a gig a week ago, and it was great, and it was the first gig we ever did, and it went really well. Really happy with it, and we're currently changing things, because we know, having done a gig, we can do this and this and this and this and this now, because we've done that and it works, but it needs a bit extra here and there.
That's so much fun when you get to do that.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Really cool.
Live.
Lamar, you got anything?
Yeah. And this is part of the show where I ask my personal, I want to know from the artist from their personal standpoint. Gracie, for everybody here who knows you that is watching this, and for those that don't know you're going to watch this, to the community, Grace Griffin is the people's choice, right? When Grace does something, whether you want to hear it or not, when Grace does something, everybody knows to put their fucking socks on straps, because they're going to probably get blown off.
Right.
Don't you mean put your socks on your ears?
There you go. Put them on your ears.
I was pretty sure that's not what
That's
I meant.
not how it goes, but whatever. How does it feel for a musician with your status? And I know you're humble, Gracie, but just take this and just have as you will with it. But how does it feel when people know when we're going to get a treat from Grace Griffin? Like, everybody holds you up there like the Simon and then all the other heavyweights. You are that. How does it make you feel, and what do you feel when you hear these things, when people give you congratulations?
I am literally humbled. It's gratifying, of course, but it's very humbling, and I really believe in making music for yourself and for each other within a little community. And it's like I listen to your music collectively, and to the people listening to this, I listen to their music as much as I can, and it's all made from the same premise to me. It's like we're making music for each other. Mm-hmm. It's not about making music for financial gain or fame or being in a glitzy video. It's art, mm-hmm. and art is consumed by individuals. And if you're in a community and you can relate to each other, it's really cool. Someone asked me the other day, what sort of music am I into at the moment? And it's like, well, I'm into music that's made by people that I know or that I know where they come from, and I don't really go to the record shop and buy famous albums anymore. I did all that. I'm a bit too over that.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean I don't like it. It just doesn't mean it's not where that's not where my path is in terms of finding new music. My new music made by people who I have some kind of a
connection,
relationship, something with. That's what matters to me now, and it's really interesting because it actually changes the style boundaries, the taste boundaries completely. So there's music made by people which I wouldn't in the past have gone and sought out, but I really like it because I know a bit about who they are or where they're coming from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I really like that. So yeah,
that's awesome. Tone, you got anything?
So one of my favorite artists, a band, is fronted by the singer-songwriter, and he has a knack for being able to write a song about anything. I think it's part of the genre he plays that allows him to do so, but he literally has a song about shaving with a knife, and it's like it's perfect.
Yeah.
The point I'm getting at is and this is part of the rails that Hardware Jams puts you on, but you seem to week in and week out nail the challenge aspect of it. How are you doing that? I write music in a way where I write it and then I know what it's about. It seems like you very much can say, I'm going to do this and then nail it.
Yeah, but if you think about the nature of the challenges in Hardware Jams, they're not, their scope or where they're coming from changes week to week. So one week might be quite a technical challenge. Mm-hmm. Another one might be quite an image-based or interpretive, how do you say it? Interpretive challenge. Mm-hmm. Or it might be quite a musical-based or rhythmical-based or particular narrow challenge. And we really try hard to keep that thing changing. So if we did a technical challenge last week, doing another one this week isn't going to happen. Right. So just that in itself makes it a bit easier. Okay. Because actually you're being stretched into different places week to week. Mm-hmm. But to me, I don't always stick to the challenge. Sometimes I just make a jam because I want to make a jam, and but it's quite a useful way of marshalling all these mad resources. We've all got a bunch of stuff, haven't we? And it's like, well, you don't need to use it all every week, do you? You could just use one thing, or you could use X, Y, and Z, or you could use something that you haven't used for months and months and months. But it's like, that'd be a really cool thing to try out for this week, and I like that about it very much. Sometimes I just use exactly the same gear and get a really different result, and that is also equally exciting to me because it's exploring. And I think that's, as much as whimsy is a fascinating word, I think exploring is quite a good one as well.
Sure.
And I like to think of myself as a little bit on a sonic journey, and I don't know where I'm going, but I'm on a journey.
Like better.
Thank you very much.
Because I know it's going to drive Gracie crazy.
Yeah. You're never going to get us off this train that Tony developed for us.
Musically spelunking.
Yeah, I'm super excited for this next one that we're going to be playing because
before we move move on, a
Yes.
little bit about that jam that we just heard of that piece.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That was, I was away from home. I was on tour. We were going all over Europe. We did 10 weeks touring all over Europe. And that was the only musical equipment I had with me.
Oh,
for the whole of that 10
wow.
weeks was that little
Okay.
box. And what's really cool about that little box is, it sounds great. B, it's got that electron thing. And C, it actually spits audio out of the USB socket. So you can plug it straight into your computer and record it
Oh, what?
Damn.
without having to carry a sound card or
Wouldn't that be
DI
amazing if
boxes.
all hardware did that?
Yeah.
And
Lot
it's,
of new
and
hardware
it's
does
smaller
more
than my laptop, right? So that's why I carry it around with me when I'm away from home, because it's
Wow.
really lightweight and it's really compact,
Resourceful.
and and
Yeah.
it sounds good. And it is literally just the model cycles doing everything you heard there. It's nothing in Ableton, nothing else. I just used Ableton to record the audio. So that there are three, maybe 4 jams from that point in time when I was away on tour, and I was really missing the hardware jams thing because I was working. We were away for quite a long time, and I did those jams when I could, and that particular day, that challenge was make the soundtrack to what it must be like to be in a maze. That was the challenge.
okay.
How does it feel to be in a maze? So it's a very interpretative challenge.
Right.
That's very cool.
That is
Yeah.
cool.
And as it happened, right opposite the hotel, we had a night off, and it was a Sunday. And right opposite the hotel was this huge park in a town in Germany, and it was this beautiful place in a very hot sunny day. And I went for a walk around the park, and came up with all these little video clips.
Yeah.
And
And now
like,
it makes
okay.
sense. The
And
video
actually,
clips
that's the
yeah.
way around. It was.
Yeah.
I
Right.
did all these little video things of like little bits of almost labyrinth and walking around paths and filming the path rather than looking up and stuff.
Very nice.
I made all the video stuff, knowing that I was going to do a jam later on.
That's
and
a
it began,
great
and I know,
concept.
That's
I know my
brilliant, yeah.
instrument, so I
Yeah.
began to
Yeah.
formulate how I was going to approach the instrument during walking around. I was in the park for like 3 hours. I had a really nice time.
Very
Ice
cool.
creams, art sculptures, cable car rides, all sorts going on.
All of it.
All of it.
And then went back and built the jam. I had the video in my head, quite fresh. I hadn't made it, but I just had it in my head, so I could just jam with what I knew that I had content-wise, and then assembled it all together.
Very brilliant.
The actual performance bit was a lot of what you hear on my output isn't multiple takes until I get it perfect by any stretch of the imagination.
Right. Yeah.
It's warts and all, and it's like get it done because it's in the moment. And
Yeah. It's very organic.
it's really important to me to do that, and I'd
That's
rather spend a
awesome.
little bit longer getting it sonically coherent, and then
Right.
you have that freedom to explore because you know it's going to hang together no matter what. And then putting the video together was quite easy after that. It's just like find the clips which work and bosh.
Yeah.
Done,
Very cool.
And that's the other great thing about, I'm sure for popcorn as well, having a maximum time limit is really empowering
yeah.
Yeah.
rather than constraining. It's like,
Yeah.
no, I haven't got to think about that.
Yeah, because you only got so much time.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
you just go-
okay.
yeah.
Let's move on to the next one because we're getting strapped on time here. We can go for hours, but we only got an hour. So this next one, I'm personally excited about, and I know Lamont is probably personally excited about too.
I can see why.
This is Harmony, a Lyra duet with
Yeah, I love this
Septic.
video.
Yeah. Let's just play it.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say. So here we go.
Jeez, oh,
Landscape. That's what I got. Straight up landscape.
Is there a sense of sacrifice and surrender when you approach the Lyra 8?
Lyra's in charge.
I knew she was
Straight
going to
up.
say that.
Straight
Yeah.
up.
It's not even surrender, it's just recognition. It's like, yeah, you're the boss. You don't play Lyra, Lyra plays you. It's another thing I've said many times. And for me, it's one of those almost perfect instruments in its imperfection. You can't do the same thing twice with Lyra. You just can't.
You can't.
Can you?
No. I've tried.
Many have tried.
I've tried, and that's
Many
why
have failed.
and that's why I got the Chase Bliss habit with it,
Yeah.
just to add a little bit more
yeah.
chaos. Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause you need more
Well, I use the Chase Bliss Mood 2 with it sometimes, which
Another good choice.
equally makes it interesting. But I think to try and impose your will upon it is totally the wrong way to approach that instrument. That's my opinion, and that's how it works for me.
I would agree.
One of the things about that piece we've just listened to was it all started from a conversation that Seb and I had, and it was fascinating. The conversation was like how people approach the instrument differently and how versatile the Lyra is, and for something apparently quite simple, how different the results that people get from it, and therefore how interesting would it be to do some kind of a collab. And like, I don't think sitting down side by side with two Lyra 8s is the way to do that collab, if that makes sense. So what we did two in the end. That was one, and then there's another one which is
also awesome.
They go well together, definitely. And that one we've just watched, I filmed my bit, which I'm sure it's obvious which my bit was, but I filmed my bit and recorded it. I sent Seb the audio, not the video. Seb plugged the audio into the auxiliary input on his Lyra 8, played along with it. They were recorded dry, so the only effects were what you can do with the delay inside the Lyra 8. There's no there's reverb put on after the event.
Right.
But so my recording, he played it through the aux in on his, and then improvised on top of it, and recorded that, and filmed himself doing his bit.
Yeah.
And then he sent the subsequent recording and his video back to me, and I then put a little bit of reverb on the recording and put the two videos side by side. Boom, done. All right. So that's how we did it. And then the other one is the same process in reverse, whereby he did a jam first or a performance first, sent it to me. I did mine over the top of his, and that second video. But we sort of went, that's the format. That's how we're going to do it technically. And then we went, but do we need some kind of conceptual thing to go with it, some thematic thing? So we went, well, light and dark, harmony and chaos, or
we noticed that
discordance.
in the video.
So
Yeah, we talked about that.
the two pieces are kind of trying to be the opposite of each other in that sort of way. So yeah,
And we will link that third video.
I recommend it if you like that one. Watch the other one. I definitely recommend it.
It'll be in the description. Lamar, do you have any?
And it was really cool. It was good fun to do that one because it was not many people have done that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It was genius. Real quick, and I know we're getting short on time. I got a quick fire question. You're on life's journey, the second half of life's journey, and you want to score the rest of your life. You only can choose one box. Which box would it be?
I know.
One? Yeah.
Lyra.
The Lyra
Duh.
8. Well, I have to ask because maybe she found a new love in her life.
This came up in one of our lives where one of you asked, like, if you can only pick one, which one it was. And I was like, I'm picking for Grace because I know what she's going to pick.
Yeah.
And Gracie was
Real
like,
quick.
yeah, you're right.
Real quick, Grace, just answer in the shortest way possible. Why the Lyra 8? Real quick, just give me
DX7.
something. Huh?
Boundless possibilities, I'd say.
Boundless possibilities, such as life.
That should be their
Such
motto.
as life. That should be their motto.
Yeah, they should. Boundless possibilities. Tone, you got anything?
That song made me want to get in a bathtub and float through space.
Yes.
Oh,
And
Yes.
the second one
Yeah.
made me want to get out of that bathtub and get completely lost in space.
Yeah, there you go.
I like the way you chose such a like difficult, I want to say is the word, it's probably not the right word, but difficult instrument to make a harmonious track out of. It was pretty cool. Really, you guys really showed off the touch both of you
Well,
had.
interestingly, when we did it, I said in our conversation, I said, "Do you want to know what I tuned the different voices to?" And Seb's like, "No, I don't think that is actually important." And he's a bit of a chaos merchant. He's a very, very lovely guy, Seb, and very bright and sharp, and also knows his way. You know, he knows how he does things, and he knows the Lyra probably better than me, to be honest. And certainly at the time, I think he was more knowledgeable. And he's like, "No, I don't want to know what you tuned it. You tune it, I will find something that works over the top of it."
That's
So
awesome.
we took that as a rule for both of them in the end. I chose that track for you to listen to because it's in keeping with what I've been talking about, which is the freedom of not quite knowing what's going to happen.
Right.
It's a real genuine freedom. You have to not be afraid of it. You have to go, no, this is where the magic is, and you don't know what's going to happen. And both of those were one takes. Both
Nice.
of those Lyra
Damn.
jams.
Yeah.
You know?
The good old inky fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we are at the end of our hour. Gracie, is there anything specifically you want to plug? Let the listeners know to look out for, and we will absolutely link it in the description.
Curtain Twitcher.
It's a lot of fun. I listened to that
Yeah.
That release show.
Very proud of that.
Yeah, I
I'm
was-
very
I was-
happy.
That
I
was
was
just
there.
recent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think we were at work.
Yeah, you guys were at work, but I tuned
Yeah.
in. I mean, I
It's
was at
there.
work too, but
It's
you know.
go and find our YouTube channel. It's my current obsession. I haven't stopped doing. I've got 2 solo gigs next week, but Curtain Twitch is where it's at the moment. And Sophie's an amazing person to do music with. It's
Yeah,
completely
that album
different.
was absolutely amazing.
Completely
Yeah.
different. Find us on
Does-
Bandcamp. Find us on YouTube. Yeah.
Does Sophie have a YouTube channel that we can link in the description?
Not an individual.
Okay.
One. No,
Okay.
no.
So just the Bandcamp.
Yeah.
Okay. We
Link the
will do
Bandcamp.
that.
Link the YouTube. And yeah.
Perfect.
I might
We will
even.
absolutely
I might
do
even
that.
log in as Curtain Twitcher for the when you play this out.
Yeah. Yeah,
Or
there you go.
I might be both me and me.
There you
And,
go. There you go. We will absolutely
Might be
premiere
me
it
as well,
next Thursday. And we do premieres so that the guest artists can be available for a live
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah.
So we will communicate with Gracie to see
Yeah.
what time is
Yeah.
best.
Try-
as-
try-
you-
Go
go
on.
ahead.
I was going to say, just beware of sprinkles on Thursdays.
Sprinkles
Yes.
on
Yeah.
Thursdays.
Yeah.
Yeah. And JRC is coming for his interview.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm so
indeed.
excited.
How did you
Wednesday.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I am super excited.
How did we get him? Is that what you're going to say?
I know how you got him.
Yeah. I was going to say, well, Gracie, shit.
Look, there's only so much people can take of me asking and bugging them where they will finally
Give in.
succumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Dream
look,
team, Marilyn, dream team.
Dream
Thank
team.
you. Thank you.
Look, Gracie, it is always a blast to one, have you on the show as a moderator when we're doing our crazy lives, but
Yeah,
two,
it was fun.
just to go and listen to what you're going to do for our hardware jams, or
Mm-hmm.
just on a random fly.
Yeah.
You go in your studio and you give us magic. So thank you for that.
Gracie was our saving grace for our 24-hour
24-hour
live.
live
I
stream.
can never
Yes,
repay
she
you for
was.
that.
After she had
Man.
already had a long day, she
A long
came, put her
day. She
cardigan on, and
came
whipped up something nice,
Saved the day.
like Gracie
Yes.
Poppins would do.
Shitty bang bang bitches.
No jams without knitwear. That's what I say.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, like my brother said, you are the best. You are the people's choice.
No.
You are a heavyweight in your own right, Gracie. It's
Absolutely.
always a privilege to talk to you, and more importantly, listen to what you have to put out there to the world.
Always.
Any last words, Tone?
Thank you so much, Gracie. Thank you.
No, this was great. I'm going to be on the live because I have more questions to ask you that I didn't get to ask.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And
Gracie
Well,
knows how to
I-
fill the void, Tone. That's
It occurred to me, we didn't do any bangers, did we, on this? They were all
I
No,
thought they
we
were
didn't.
all
bit-
bangers.
a bit-
Well,
all bangers.
bangers
A
in
bit-
a sense. I know what
a
she
bit
means by
whimsical.
bangers. Yeah,
A bit
they're
whimsical.
more whimsical. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you
I-
imagine?
wasn't a
definitely-
deliberate choice. Wasn't a deliberate
I
choice.
definitely had 2 more questions I wanted to ask.
Yeah, you
but-
gotta get on the live
but
premiere.
Grace, goddamn
Yeah.
it, you know how to fill the void, and sometimes that's
I'll
a
talk shit
That's a
for hours.
beautiful
man.
it's a
thing.
hard
Yeah.
thing to do to get people to keep talking because
Yeah.
normally we find ourselves pulling teeth. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we all.
Gracie is very charismatic.
I think we
and
all
I
have a
love
few
that.
questions.
Absolutely
So yeah,
love that.
everybody, we'll see you
next Thursday.
next Thursday.
And also, don't forget,
Oh,
hype the damn channel.
Yeah,
there you
gotta hype
go.
the
It's
Yeah.
a new button. You just got to
Hype the
swipe
channel.
right. Is it swipe
swipe
right?
left.
Yeah.
Swipe left.
Yep.
And hype the
And
channel.
then you'll see it.
Right,
Yeah.
and make sure you
In
guys
your comment
and make sure
section.
you guys go to Upstate, Downstate, subscribe to Tone
Our
Smith's
wonderful
channel.
co-host.
There will
Which
be
Lamar
content there. We're
always forgets
promising,
about
but
him. I'm sorry, Tone.
I'm
sorry.
videoing it. I put it all
Yeah.
together. It's on its way.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
on
it's
its
on
way.
its
But
way.
sometimes, Tone, you just got to make sure you do it right. So that may take some time, and I think
Yeah.
people understand.
That's
that.
I'm trying not to do it wrong.
Right,
There you go.
right. And also, shout out to the affiliate to the channel, the Synth Samurai and the Renegades and the Crazy Rabbit and the Probes and
Gracie almost
whatever the
jumped
fuck Gracie's doing.
Oh, and her album. Don't forget
yeah.
the album.
Love the album.
There it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Got the ticket stub.
If you guys weren't on the Bandcamp listening party, sucks
Yeah,
for you because it was a wonderful chat in there.
Right?
But go make up for it and go listen to it. The link will be in the description. Just go down below and click it and go show some love.
Shout out to Studio 8 Effects and shout out to Davey the Hug Monster and
All of our
Simon
peeps.
Great
and
Batch.
and Asif Stripe
And the
Yes.
crest head.
and the Crest
And the
Head.
Kent Spongellis.
Kent
But much
Spongellis.
more important, thank you so much, Gracie,
you, Gracie.
for being on here. And we will see you guys next week.
Thank you very
Love,
much.
bye.
Pleasure.
Bye.
Bye.